So here's my problem. I've been offered a job, which is a great problem to have. And it pays well, really well compared to what I've ever made before. And it's in my field, and it's in my town, where my girlfriend is, and all this stuff. So it's got a lot going for it. It's really a great deal, and I'm thrilled and excited that they would even think of me for this job. Now, the catch here is that this is a, really just loads of hours in this job, which means it'll be virtually impossible for me to keep my business going if I accept this job. Now, this business is the last couple of years of my life, and it wasn't exactly easy getting it to the point where I could reliably support myself from one month to the next without being crazy stressed out. I spent most of the last 2 years an extremely stressed human being, which is not a natural state for me. I'm a very laid-back guy. And it got so ingrained that I didn't even realize I was stressed until I'd have a really good month and I'd get everything paid back and paid down, and I'd be a little bit ahead, and it would be like this gorilla had just stepped off my chest, and I'd be like, why can I breathe? Why does the air taste so good? And then I'd realize it was because I wasn't terrified that I was going to be homeless or starve to death. Now, granted, I have a great family who wouldn't let me be homeless or starve to death, and I have a lot of friends who would also help me out there, but part of being an adult is handling this stuff on your own, and that's important too. So anyway, here I am going, alright, this job gives me a lot of freedom, and it doesn't make as much money as I'd like yet, my current business, but it's in what I want to do, and it's starting to pick up some momentum, and it feels good. And then there's this job over here on the other side, which would really set me up nice. If I keep living the way I've been living, I could save up so much money in a year or two. And that would be amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I've got two pretty okay options here, really. And I got to thinking about this and trying to decide which one to choose. And then I realized that kind of regardless of what choice I make here, this choice is going to come up again and again and again. Because being offered a writing job and, having a decently paying, or I guess earning, technically, writing business, these are side effects of doing what I do well. And I'm not going to get worse at this. I'm going to keep getting better because I think I'm pretty good, but I absolutely know that I can do better. There are weak spots all over the place. I don't have a business degree. There's so much business stuff that I still have yet to learn and still have yet to master. Every time I talk to somebody who's really on the ball about, small business or running a business, I walk away with more ideas than I can even act on, because they've opened, all these new windows to this cool stuff and to these processes of thought that I hadn't developed yet. So what I needed to do was I needed to think of a system, a way to deal with this. And that's how I like to approach problems. I'm still a scientist at heart. I develop a procedure, and control groups and test the outcome. And that's what I'm going to do here today in this article. And I'm going to talk about the actual procedure that I'm going to use, the actual criteria by which I'm making this decision, and also how I develop that process and why I develop it the way I do. And I hope it helps other people, because if you're really determined to be good at something and make your way in it, this is a problem you're going to have too at some point. Anyway, I'm Connor Rickett. This is Cities of the Mind, and I'm going to hit the stop button now.